Good day, everyone. Welcome to the Summit Sessions podcast. I'm your host, Katelyn Natalie Laurent, and with me today I have Xenia, who is a real estate agent in Greece. How are you today?
Hello, Katelyn. I'm very good. Nice to see you.
It's
And I'm very excited to be part of this beautiful session.
I am so honored to have you on. Now, I want to dive into real estate because I'm pretty sure as a woman in real estate, a female in real estate, it can be very, very hard, especially considering that I don't want to sound like I'm being against women, but I've mainly seen male real estate agents in that field. I mean, now because we have all the real estate shows, you're seeing more women than men, but it's usually a man that's running the real estate agency. So how did you get into being a real estate agent?
So, first of all, yes, to be a woman in real estate is very hard, concerning that real estate is a very vast field and you have to deal mostly with men constructors, men lawyers, men notaries, men clients. So, to be a woman and try to negotiate for a man and with a man, it can be very hard. And you have to work double the times and the hours of another man. And in order to show up and show your value every day, I mean, there's no days off in our job. I was lucky because my mother used to be a construction supervisor. So I used to go with her when I was like 3, 4, and we didn't have school during summer and be next to her in the construction site. So I was always loving the houses. And luckily for me, she was my mentor and she taught me all the secrets of the construction and how to be a good seller and how to appreciate and estimate the value of a house. And also, she was always next to me in my first steps. And I wasn't scared, go out in the appointments or to impose my ideas to the owners or to the clients. I had my mother as a support.
That is awesome. It's always nice to hear that our parents are supportive and helping us out, especially when it comes to our career. You don't hear that a lot. You
She didn't want me to become a realtor though.
what was she expecting, or what would she have liked you to have as a career, like do as your career?
To be honest, because I speak 8 foreign languages and since I was like 5 years old, she was pushing me to learn more and I was also into sports. She thought that I will do something, academic.
Mm.
And when I was 6 years old, we had to move to another city. That's the story. And we hired a real estate agent to show us around a few listings. And, because I loved the beautiful houses as an image and as a prestige, I told her that he's so lucky. He has the keys of all the beautiful houses of the neighborhood. And she told me, don't you ever consider becoming a real estate agent? You can become an engineer, but not an agent. And I was like, no, I want the image. I don't want to be in a construction site.
Yeah. Going from being dirty and wearing the hard hats and steel-toed boots to
Not for me.
I don't think that's for many people. I don't know. You know what? You picked a good choice. You picked a good choice.
Yes. I like it. I like what I do. I wear my nice clothes and I just go to ready buildings.
You get to see all the lovely houses. I'm jealous. I want to see lovely houses. If I look at lovely houses, it's usually online or YouTube.
It's my passion. Seriously, when I step into a nice house, I feel the aura and, I take ideas also from decoration and I like it.
That's beautiful. That's wonderful. Now, what types of properties do you specialize in as, because you're also an international real estate agent. So what types of properties do you specialize in as an international real estate agent?
So I focus on luxury listings but because I have a big client base that they stick with me for many years, and these clients are big investors. And now I'm also doing buildings and hotels, and I raise money for funds, and we are doing all this. Like, I find them the right building, and then I do them the study, and then we decide what to do. I mean, maybe we can do it a boutique hotel or student housing, and then we develop it as well. And maybe after I decide if I want to manage it or not. So now I'm more for as a one-stop shop agent, not only in luxury real estate services.
That is wonderful. You wear many hats.
Yes, because if you work with clients that they want a beautiful luxury listing, then it's for a lifetime house. But me, because I have good clients that they trust me, I cannot close the door to this kind of people who are investors and they think with numbers. And it's actually interesting to get an old building, to rebuild it and make something nice out of it. It's also interesting.
That sounds like fun, but it also sounds like a lot of hard work too. Have you, and you can totally choose to answer this question or not, but I've always wanted to know, have you ever had to deal with a very difficult client?
All the time.
Like, I'm pretty sure they send like their list of like,
To be honest, the hardest clients are the ones who cannot afford to pay a lot.
yes, those are as it's like when we're going to eat and we end up ordering way too much food. We say our eyes are bigger than our stomach.
Yes, yes. I'm very fine with someone who knows what he wants and he can pay for it. So he tells me that you have to find me this specific criteria because, of course, he's spending a lot of money and he needs a good ROI at the end of the day. He's not doing it for his hobby. But when clients are coming and they're telling me, I have 100,000, but I want a penthouse with Acropolis view and to be in a good condition and to have a parking and not to have neighbors. I mean, this is crazy.
Have a penthouse with no, is that even possible to have a place with no neighbors?
I mean, not neighbors, like the next building to not be very close to you because, in the city center, the buildings and the streets are very narrow. So you have neighbors next to you, in front of you. What can we do? It's the center of a city.
That's what I'm like, is that even possible to not have?
I heard a lot of requests, weird requests in my life. It's a crazy bit because we are going into their houses. So I know their personal secrets. I know their marriage secrets. I know their financing secrets. They have to tell me everything.
No, that's important. You do have to know everything. And that's that.
Yes.
I would say that's almost like a benefit of being a real estate agent because there's nothing that they can hide from you.
They cannot, even if they pretend to hide me something, at the end of the day, I will understand if you're taking a divorce and your wife wants the house back, so you have to move. Or if you cannot afford the budget that you're telling me. So be honest from the beginning and, it's a shortcut.
Now, I've seen it on shows and I've different videos on social media where you will tell buyers, don't go and buy anything. Has that ever happened to you? You had someone where they're getting ready to close and they'll go out and after they've put their money down on, whatever it is that they're looking for, whether it's a house or a suite, penthouse, whichever. Have they gone out and like made like an extreme purchase before the closing?
I didn't get the question.
It's I had seen online where you have the real estate agents like yourself, they will tell the buyers, don't make any purchases while we're going through the closing, because I guess it can affect the whether you close on it or not. I didn't understand.
No. Like, I don't know how is the situation in USA and if the buyers are controlled by like they watch them or the other purchases are affecting the closing. But in Greece,
No,
nothing like that. No.
I had to ask because I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that is true or not. Are there any specific regions or countries where your real estate services are primarily focused?
Yes. So first of all, I'm Greek and I love my country and I support my country. So my priority will always be Greece. And I'm very proud of what my country has been through. And now it's one of the biggest economies in real estate in Europe. So this is something very admirable. We survived a severe financial crisis and look at us now, one of the top 5 countries for real estate. So I want to be part of this evolution and to add something to this history of real estate in my country. Now, at the same time, I have offices in Istanbul and in Dubai and in Cairo, and I collaborate also with USA, Lebanon, and all the Middle Eastern region. I'm expanding always, not only to sell listings abroad, but also to have my own bases and to get direct my clients. But again, my priority will always be Greece.
And as it should, because Greece is beautiful from what I've seen on my.
It's in the spotlight for many, many international investors the last 10 years. So I would be crazy even to live from Greece since I'm Greek and I have all the Greek experience.
I'm jealous. I would love to wake up every day.
It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy. I mean, when I came to Athens, because originally I'm from an island, so I came to Athens for studies. Athens was very bad. I mean, during the financial crisis, I mean, people were starving and prices per square meter in the best locations were 200, 300 euros per square meter. I mean, you could buy an apartment in the best location for 20, 30,000 euros. Not even like the price of a watch isn't like 20,000 euros or 10 at some bad, worse areas, 10,000 to buy an apartment. It was ridiculously cheap.
That's wow.
Yes, and in 10 years, we are breaking one record after the other. We are attracting 5-star hotels. We are attracting big funds. We have Microsoft that wants to open the biggest data center in Europe. We have all these big companies that finally recognize the worth of Greece, and finally, it had to happen.
And that's beautiful. That is beautiful. And that is something that, yes, you should be proud of because Greece has come a very, very, very long way. Now, since you
Yes.
brought up your education, let's dive into your education. How you studied at the National University of Athens. Now, how has that influenced your career path?
So, as I mentioned before, since I was 5 years old, I started learning all these different foreign languages as a hobby. And then, while I was growing up in high school, I wanted to become a diplomat or an ambassador or something that has to be like with a diplomatic academy. So I found this very special and unique faculty inside the National University of Athens, which is like Turkology and Middle Eastern Studies, which is like geopolitics and diplomacy for Middle East only. And I loved it. So I said, okay, I will do this. And then I will go to the Diplomatic Academy. So I was one of the best students in my faculty. And one day the Ministry of Foreign Affairs called me while I was still a student. And they offered me a place in the Department of Turkey inside the ministry. But I had only 2 months until I graduate. So I said, nah, exams are coming. I will pass for now. Thank you so much. And then during summer vacations, I thought that, okay, since this is your passion and your ultimate goal in life, why you don't go and try it for a few months? And then, you know, in Greece, in order to become a diplomat, no matter what's your degree, you have to give special exams in the Diplomatic Academy every June. So I said, okay, I will start my internship in September. And then in June, I will give exams and then I will become a diplomat. That was my original plan in life since I was like 14 years old. But at the same time, I had already started working with my mom in real estate as a part-time. And I went again to the ministry. Of course, they accepted me. And because I was a part-time journalist when I was 16, they put me in the Department of Communication, which is the most interesting department inside the ministry. It's where all the official events are happening. Yeah, it's amazing. But as an intern, I didn't have many rights in the beginning. So after a month, I went to the ambassador number one and I told him, listen, I came here because I have goals in my life. Can you give me more responsibilities? I want to be part of the big national events. And they started taking me with them to all the big national events hosted by our department in Athens. So that was a big honor, and no other intern has ever done this.
That's amazing. You worked hard and you, as we say over here in America, you stood your ground.
Yes, but I was waking up at 5 o'clock because in the Department of Communication, you don't know where is the ambassador every week. So maybe he's in China or in USA, so you have to send them reports. And then after my shift was done, I was going to show houses. So I wasn't sleeping. And then after some months, I said, okay, I have to take a decision because I will die inside in the street. And then I said, okay, let me try my luck in real estate, but I will do it internationally because whatever I do, it has to be international. I want to travel. I want to meet people from different countries. It was as if I were a diplomat. So from the ministry, they were calling me crazy. I mean, you are leaving the diplomatic career to go sell houses. Are you serious? And I said, yes, I'm serious. This is my hobby and my passion. I love you guys so much. Let me try my luck. And you are here. I mean, every June you have exams. I will come back and I will give exams and you will hire me again. Okay. So I took it year after year. I started for 1 year in real estate, and then the 1 year took me to the other year, and then and now it's like 8 years in a row that I work.
That's wonderful. Now, has your work at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs complemented your role in real estate?
For sure, it gave me this international idea because I wanted to become a diplomat, because I wanted to travel and to meet people from different countries. So when I decided to choose real estate, I came with the values of the ministry. And also, I adopted the classy way of appearance. Like I was showing houses, 22 years old, with high heels and pearls, and as if I was going to the ministry. So I was making a difference.
That's really good. What specific skills or knowledge from your academic background have been most useful in your role as a real estate agent?
So the fact that I studied geopolitics for the Middle East and history and culture, it helped me understand my Middle Eastern clients because mostly I'm working with them. And it's very important to understand from where your client is coming. I mean, his needs, his culture, his way of closing a deal. For example, I cannot understand the Chinese clients. I don't know their culture. I don't know their language. I don't know anything. And it's very hard.
Now, when you are speaking on the Chinese and not knowing their culture, because it's hard to, is it because do they want like a fast closing deal? They want the keys in their hand that day, or do they drag it on?
No, it's not about that. It's that they don't speak English, most of them. And they have this poker face always that you cannot go very close to them. You cannot become friend. You cannot have them as a long-term client, like, for example, a Turkish client or an Egyptian buyer who is like outgoing and you will go also out with them. It's a totally different culture. I want to feel nice when I work with someone, and I want to be always there for them, to assist them. I feel personally that with the buyers like Chinese, I cannot have this relationship.
That makes complete and total sense because in any aspect, any career, or not really career, but job that we have, especially when we have to deal with clients, we do want that friendly, personal relationship. Not really personal, but you're building a business relationship with them and you want to keep them on as a client. So I completely understand where you're coming from on that aspect, because I can just imagine that can be very difficult because, as I have seen, sometimes they can be standoffish and they're not all like that.
No, of course, I'm not talking about all the population, but the majority. And I understand them when they don't also know the language. They cannot have a joke, or they cannot. Maybe they are the kindest people in the world, but we cannot communicate.
Yep, exactly. Exactly. I want to dive into market trends. So, what trends are you seeing in the international real estate market currently?
So, okay, we are living in very unstable times. You see wars and financial crisis all over us. So, to be honest, you cannot predict anything at this point. But for sure, Dubai is a very safe market, and they are trying to not interact with anything around them. They just want to grow. So you can call it like a safe option and safe banking system. And Greece as well, it's growing, and we need to grow more and more because of our past. In Europe, I think that the things are not going very well. I mean, Great Britain and other European countries are facing severe problems. I wouldn't suggest someone right now to invest in a European country. Middle East also, it's unstable right now. So yes, I would stick with Dubai and Greece for the time being. And for USA, excuse me, I don't have a big experience.
Absolutely fine. No, over here, unfortunately, we're dealing with wildfires and lots of them over in California.
It's very devastating.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard. But somehow we always end up pulling through.
I mean, God bless America. It's
Yeah.
America, right?
We always end up pulling through, it's mind-blowing when that happens. Now, how do you anticipate the real estate market evolving in the coming years, especially in Greece?
Okay. So, as I mentioned before, Greece is breaking every quarter of the year a new record. And we are attracting for the first time in the last 20, 30 years, big 5-star groups of hotels, and they are all opening within the following 1, 2 years. For sure, we're gonna have big hotel chains that we were lacking in the past, opening up the following 1 and 2 years in Athens and in the islands. Athens also has become a very good destination because in the previous years, tourists were coming only for 1 day just to visit Acropolis and then to do island hopping. But now you see that Athens has become a destination, which is very nice, and people are appreciating our city, which is the capital. So that gives us more motivations to open more hotels, more international restaurant chains, like, I don't want to say now a name of a very famous restaurant that we already have it in Mykonos, but we don't have it in Athens. And now they are looking to also open in Athens. So you see big names that they finally want to step in the Greek market. So also we have one very big project in the Athenian Riviera next to the sea that it used to be our old airport, and now we are making the Ellinikon project, it's called. We are making a city like Dubai with the biggest casino in Europe, park 2 times as Central Park.
Wow.
The first skyscraper in Greece on the sea. It's gonna be something like Dubai, the biggest mall than Dubai Mall, the biggest brands inside, residencies, amenities, and all these things that this project will be delivered in the following years as well. So I think that Athens will become a very glamorous city, and it will grow even more. I mean, the prices will rise so much.
And Athens is already glamorous as it is.
But we didn't have this new luxury listing residencies kind of thing like Dubai, like other cities. Now, finally, we are stepping into this section. And also, we didn't have all inclusive buildings like the buildings you see in Istanbul and in other countries that they have pools, gyms, security, and we didn't have this. Now the developers, they want to make gated communities. They want to do all-inclusive buildings. So we have a lot of things to do in the following years in order to arrive in a glamorous level, let's say.
That's wow. I'm completely like taken back because I'm like, what I've seen, it's already beautiful.
You know, the good thing in Greece is that whatever you do, you will make a difference. There's still field to be number one in your field. Where in countries like Dubai, the competition is so crazy. Every day a new restaurant opens. So whoever you are, you don't make any difference.
This is very true. Now, I want to know, do you have any other interests that you are going to be tying in with your real estate? Any other business ventures that you're going to dive into?
Yes, I am opening my immigration company based in Istanbul next week because I want to help people from all over the world have a second chance by getting a residency or a citizenship or a passport in any other country of the world, not only Greece, because until now I was selling only the Greek residency, which comes with real estate. But there are so many other programs around the globe that you don't even have to get a house if you don't want to. And it also depends from which country you are coming, because some people, they prefer some specific countries instead of others. So I want to be able to assist everyone, not only the ones who want Greece.
And I love that you'll be tying that in with your real estate, because it is true. We have, I know, especially over here in the United States, where we have a lot of people that are leaving their country because either it's, devastation, lack of work, a lack of education that they don't have. So they're coming over to the States for the education, the diverse culture.
You know, I mean, it's like before I step into this immigration thing, I could never realize how many people around us need a second chance in their lives. I mean, they need a country to hug them. And if I can help with my works, a family to provide a better future for their kids, I would be like grateful. I mean, at this point, it's like a charity for me. I want to help, really.
I love that, and I think it's great what you're doing. It needs to be done. Everyone deserves to live a good life.
Yes, yes. And we take it for granted because we are living in good countries. But seriously, many families and kids are struggling around us, and it's a pity.
It is. It really, truly is, because unfortunately, their areas lack the necessary tools to evolve. And that's what you're doing is brilliant, because you come into play, because you're just not all about real estate. You're also about helping out others. You want to see others succeed in life, and that's brilliant. And we need more people like you in this world.
I think that you need to help. And I believe in God. So if you help, you will be helped. And if you give, they will give to you. This is the only way.
Are there any legal or cultural considerations unique to Greece that international buyers should know?
No. The only problem that we have as a country is that we are Greeks. We have a difficult bureaucracy. I mean, it takes long. Yeah, it's not like America or other countries that they are very, very fast. And that's why international buyers should be very well prepared and to choose the right partners to represent them. in order to save time, money, and energy. Because seriously, a property with missing documents in Greece can take you up to 1, 2 years until closing. Yes.
Wow, wow, wow. So,
Yes, yes, yes. When I say this to people, they look at me like an alien, but this is the reality in Greece.
but no, that's great though, because that means that the due diligence is like thoroughly done.
No, the due diligence can be done in like 48 hours. The thing is after. If there are missing papers in Greece, you cannot replace them in one day. You have to apply to the land registry or to do this, or the inheritance should find them. It's a lot going on, which can take you up to 1, 2 years until you sign the contract, if you are not lucky.
Oof, yeah. Make sure you have all of your documents.
Yeah, I know. Like me as an agent, I always try to take my clients to filtered options. I don't want to show 30 options, but I know that they are problematic. I prefer to show you 2, 3, but I know that we can have a deal in 1 month because they don't understand when I tell them that don't focus on the number of the listings that you see, focus on the quality of the files that we will collect. You know, Americans and people who come from well-developed countries, they don't understand. And then when they see it, like, and it takes so long and they keep paying the lawyers and they keep waiting to close the deal, and then they understand me. So I always show less options, but with good files.
Well, that's good though. That's important because you can have someone that can give you, 50 listings.
Many international buyers are in this trap. They go online, they see listings, and then they tell me, you showed us only two, we found 50. And I say, good luck. And then after 1 month, they call me, you know what? This owner, that owner, this agent. I said, okay.
Yeah, it's I get the chills just thinking about it because I can just imagine all the hard work that you put into with what you're doing.
We are not getting paid for what we are doing in Greece. No.
You're getting paid in smiles and happiness. So you are getting paid. It may not be,
In America, a realtor, first of all, he's like your lawyer. You hire him, you choose him, you have a contract with him. In Greece, we don't have such a thing. I mean, people can list their houses with everyone and they can see options with everyone, no respect. Secondly, when the owners are old, for example, or they live abroad, I am the one who should go around all the Greek departments to find their missing papers, which is not my responsibility. You have your lawyer, you have your engineer, but if I want things to be done quickly, I have to run after them. So at the end of the day, I'm working 5 times more. I'm replacing all the other categories in order to move faster, and we are not getting paid for this.
okay. Now I fully understand what you're saying. You're doing many, many tasks.
Yeah, which are completely out of our responsibilities, okay?
Well, they should be paying you for that. Because that is time consuming.
No.
Now, how
You have to love what you do. That's the thing.
That's true. If you don't love what you do, then you can never succeed in life. And is it really work if you are loving what you're doing?
Yes, because you don't feel like working. It's
Yeah, it really is. Now, how do you approach building trust and relationships with your international clients?
First of all, you always have to be yourself and to show up on time and to be honest and to be very well studied and educated and to know what you're selling. Because my clients, to be honest, my international clients, this is their biggest complaint, that when they come here, the agents, they don't inform them correctly, or they don't have all the files, or something is missing, or they are late. Me, I'm always trying to give the best service that I can and to be myself, because at the end of the day, you either like me or not, because it's like I'm like your lawyer, I'm like your whatever, your doctor. You have to I have to be next to you because we are building your portfolio and it's about your money. So if you don't like me, better to go with someone else. Otherwise, we are building something for long term. I want to keep, and this is about a referral thing. If you like me, you're gonna refer me to others. So I'm always myself. I will make you my friend no matter what. And I want both of us to enjoy the process.
That's great. And that's important because, yes, you are dealing with their financials.
I
Yeah.
respect every euro of my investors' money. I mean, it's your money. I take the responsibility that if something goes wrong, I was your advisor.
Very true. Very true. Everyone should take note of that. Everyone should. Is there anything else that you would like to share?
And you should all come to Greece.
Why? It's on my bucket list. I want.
You are coming for sure. That we agreed on that.
Yes, I will be there. I just don't know when, but I will be there.
You have to come in summer, you know?
Summertime? Okay, so that's also a good question. When is the best time to visit Greece?
Look, wait. Greece has different options. Like we have the mountain cities, we have the islands, we have Athens, the capital. Athens, it's all year long. The climate, like now we have 20 degrees and it's
That's
like
cool.
January, no Fahrenheit degrees.
Oh, okay.
It's like Celsius. Yes,
Okay.
sorry. Dubai has 24 and we have 20.
Okay.
So for Athens, anytime in the year, it's amazing. And we have a very nice, vibrant vibe all around Athens. We have millions of bars, clubs, restaurants. People are not sleeping here, that's for sure. So it's very nice. When you step into Athens, you want to be always out. You feel the energy. Now, for the islands, the season starts around Easter, March, April, and then it goes up to October.
Okay.
So that's why if you come after April, no matter when, you can have both experiences, Athens and islands.
Okay. I'll have to keep that in mind. When to go. And now I definitely need to pay attention to the degrees in Celsius, because when you said 20 degrees, I'm like, wait, that's cold.
And I was like, no, it's hot, I'm sweating.
I was like, wait a second. But no, that would make sense. If 20 degrees Celsius, and that's hot.
If you keep in mind that Dubai has 24 and we are Athens and we have 20, you understand that we are hot comparing to the rest of the Europe.
Right. Now it's dry heat, right? There's no humidity.
No, I cannot say that because I've been to Lebanon and although we have the same weather, I was about to die, to faint. No, this is real humidity. In Greece, no, it's nice.
So I know some places where it's, the humidity is in the air. You're like, yeah, I'm not going outside.
Oh, no, like although the climate changed dramatically the last years and during summer we can have like 48 degrees Celsius, but you can walk. Okay, you feel that you want to die because the sun is burning you, but you don't feel choked. We don't have, yeah.
That's good to know. That is good to know. I want to thank you for your time. It was
Thank you so much.
lovely getting to know you and learn all about you and how you are making an impact on the real estate world, especially for Greece and internationally. Beautiful.
It was my great honor to be interviewed by you. You're an amazing woman and you are a power model. So I enjoyed it so much.
And I will make sure that when I am getting ready to come to Greece that I contact you.
I will be the first person to contact.
You're my first point of contact when I go over there.
I'm looking forward to meet you in person.
Me too. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Summit Sessions podcast. I'm your host, Katelyn Natalie Laurent. Until next time.